Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition, the 17th edition, first edition in the year 2026, but the 17th edition of Education's Views and Opinions. So we are starting the year strong and with a bang topic that has to treat both the parents, the school, the government for a start. And the title for today's edition, the 17th edition of Education, Views and Opinions, is the Nigerian Education 2026, what parents, schools, and government must get right. But we are going to divide this segment into two. So for today, part one, we'll be focusing on what parents and schools must get right in Nigeria education for this year, 2026. And as always, I have here with me erudites and facilitators, my co-team mates, Miss Blessing Izuchukwu and Comrade Yusuf, and my humble self, Chinaze Peripopola. Please, my facilitators, let's say hello to the viewers as we proceed. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you and welcome to the first edition of Education Views and Opinion 2026. And this is our 17th edition overall. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you. God bless you.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. And I also welcome you to this 17th edition, the very first edition of Your Views and Opinion for this year 2026. And please don't forget to share the link, and thank you for joining us.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As we all know, education is a basic priority for every individual. And the way forward is always a shared responsibility. It is not a one-man Mupo's job. It is a shared responsibility, and it has to do with the responsibility of not just only the school or the government or just the parents, but a shared responsibility among the parents, the schools, and the government. Like I said, we'll just be focusing on the school and the parent. So, with that, I would like to call on Comrade Yusuf to take us through what the school must get right in this educational system 2026 for us to move forward. Thank you so much, you, Comrade Yusuf.
Okay, ma. Yes. Well, we've had a lot of promises, a lot of things to do last year that maybe we'll be able to achieve little or nothing last year. Now, this is a new year. The WAEC CBT is proposed to start fully this year, and a lot of questions, randomization, and serialization are being proposed. this year to also start. So, but that's for the government. Now, what are the aspects that the schools are expected to put in place, are expected to prepare so that it will make whatever plans that government are trying to do, it will make it to, to become a reality. Now, first thing is this: I will call on schools to put in place a very strong and uh, a very effective leadership system should be put in place, because without an effective leadership, no matter how sweet, no matter how interesting, no matter how long your plans, they will not see the light of day. So schools should put in place a very effective leadership, a leadership that is not based on being biased, a leadership that is not based on backbiting, a leadership that is based on honesty, truthfulness, accountability, and with God's conscience, having the conscience of God in your heart, in whatever you do. That is very, very important. Then the second one is schools should put in teacher support and motivation, because if you look around you, people are not working not because of the money, but because of the passion that comes with it, and because of the heavenly reward that will feel are attached to it. So and that's why a lot of people are doing this job. It's not because of the money, because they will do this job from maybe, let me say, 8 o'clock to maybe 3 or 2 o'clock, and they will now go back to their other side hustle, maybe fetching them more money than this teaching that is even taking their lot of time. So school should put in a teacher support and teacher motivations, things that will motivate them to even do more, even when they are tired, even when they are not paid on time, even when they are not well remunerated. So schools should put in place support system for teachers. It's not only when you get sick or when when something bad happens to you, that's that school will now start to give you 1,000, 2,000. Please take care of yourselves. Schools can also put in place health packages, a lot of packages that will make teachers to stay and make them to be more effective and productive. Then also the third one is there should be an efficient monitoring and assessment plan, because most times it is when after the final examination, maybe the first term, the second term, or the third term, there are some schools will detect teachers error. I didn't know that this teacher is not good though, and because you've not put them on their toes to even do more than what they think they can do. So schools administrators should not just sit down in the office, in their classrooms, in their staff room, and just be gisting and talking. No, they should move out of their offices, walk in class to class, observe, and call teachers or teachers to correction. Oh, my teacher, you are doing great, but this is how to do it in this new year, in this term. This is how we are planning to do it. This is how we have agreed to do it. So school heads should move out of their offices and visit teacher. Let them understand, why is the teacher doing this? Why are they doing it like this? Do you understand? So they should put in place an effective monitoring, even when the principal or the school head is not around. Everything will still be working as planned and as it should be. Then the fourth one is schools should also invest in infrastructure, especially government schools. If you look around you, see that we have some very standard private schools, though we have some mushroom schools, or or normally before we call them low cost schools. But government and the school head should also put in place a very good school infrastructure, build their laboratory, their classroom, equip their lab, their library, their computer room with modern facilities, because this will aid effective learning You understand? And also this will also assist the learner to be up to date in learning in tandem with other countries, because we can't be talking about CBT here in Nigeria and we are still using and we are still teaching typewriter in business studies. It's not making sense. So school should also put in place all the necessary tools and resources that teachers need. The new scheme, scheme or curriculum and normal thing that schools need to make their work very easy, very effective and more productive. Because sometimes when you blame a teacher, you should look beyond that blame teacher. Something has happened. Why is that teacher behaving like that? Why is that teacher doing this and doing that? Then you can't come to the conclusion that it is what a school wants. It is the kind of platform that the school, gives to the teachers that they also give to the learners. So school should invest in infrastructure, and the most important one is school should be more disciplined. They should be very, very disciplined. If you as a school head, you are coming to school by 8:30, what do you expect? What time do you expect your teachers to also come to the school? So act what you say, don't say what you cannot do. Or should I say do what you say, or do what you can say what you can do. Be a good leader, be a good role model. So the school head, the proprietors, everybody in school should be a role model to the students. So that whatever you are expecting the student to do, you should know that is what you can do or what you have done. I'll stop here for now. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Great. That was so insightful. Just a few seconds, I would like to pinpoint in summary what you said. And I want to add that for schools, when you don't take care of your teachers, you end up having teachers that feel neglected. And a frustrated teacher cannot inspire a child. That is just it. Because when teachers are neglected, learning will also suffer. So we should bear that in mind. And he also made mention of a curriculum. He talked about the curriculum reform. I think that's what he was trying to talk about. So that the local relevance should also be in tune with the global standard. So if we are saying we are moving forward, it should also speak with our curriculum. Thank you so much for that, comrade. And with that, we move to what the schools, what the parents can put in place, what they must get right this 2026 educational system. With that, Ms. Blessing, please take it on from there. Thank you.
We can't hear you, ma. Miss
Oh,
Blessing.
I can hear you, ma'am. Okay. As always, and like I said earlier, when we talk about education, it is not a one-man mopole. It's more like a three-legged stool that when you take one leg out of the stool, the system collapse. That stool will collapse. You can't sit comfortably on that stool. Now, the job of the parents is simply to just make learning for the child very easy. I'll give a relative example. A child that they feel that this child is ruly, this child has a questionable behavior. Sometimes you don't expect the teacher to start from the scratch, making that child a better person. I want you to also understand that as parents, the job of the teacher, fine, they said we are not just teaching them only maths and English. We also have to teach them morals and behavioral patterns and all that. But I want you to know that when it comes to the behaviors of children and teaching them when it comes to attitudes self-control and whatnot, skills. It has to start from the house. It has to start from the house. A child at the age of even 7 that cannot even hold a broom at home, it will be difficult for that child to engage in school collective community service. I'm not talking about punishment. I'm talking about collective duties in school. You see that child lagging behind and all that. So there are some things we parents, we also need to put in place. We can't leave everything for the teacher to do, or to say, oh, I've paid school fees and that's all. No, there are some things we have to guide at home. We have to guide their reading patterns. We have to make sure that their notes are checked, their assignments. Even if you come back 12 a.m. in the night the next day, you say it's in Lagos traffic and all that, or wherever you're staying, you need to check their notes. And when they know that this consistency is also from the house, I hear some parents, teachers, we talk a lot, and you hear some parents, some teachers saying, this particular child, the reason why this child is even brilliant like this is because the parents does not take no for an answer. Those are the type of parents we need. We need intentional parents that, no, you can't bring B. Out of 100, a child is bringing 98 and the parent is still saying, this is not your best. Those are the parents who are looking. You have to put children on their toes. From the house, you have to push them on their toes. What are you doing? Go and read your book. There's no time. You see, that child can never behave anyhow or in a questionable manner in school, because that child has been conducted at home. That child has been structured at home. That child has already been formed academically from the house. So charity begins at home, not just in morals, academically too. When they know that my mom, some children, the reason why they are not even on their toes, because they feel that the teacher can do their own. But when I get home, nobody disturbs me. Nobody checks my notes after all. You are bringing home, you're bringing an incomplete assignment because nobody has checked it from the house. If it's a parent that is intentional, even before you go, can I see your books? Are your books complete? Let me see your homework. You've not even done your homework. You will, even if it's that homework that will make you go to school late, the parents will make sure that that child has done that homework. You don't have to say, just go. Just go. You want to frustrate the teacher after giving you assignment. The teacher is expecting to grade you, and the teacher is saying incomplete. You're not helping the teachers. So the bulk of the work, actually, if you check it, is not even on the teachers. It starts from the house. The house has to push that child. When the school pushes, the house will push. You will see that we are raising standard children and children that are sound academically. Like I will also say, okay, Ms. Blessing is back online. She should give us her points on that. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, thank God. Sorry, network has been so bad today. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Kukola, for that contribution. There's something you said, and I wrote it down. You said that academic alignment, that's where I interpreted it. Academic alignment should begin from home. When students or learners, when they know that their parents are interested in their academics, these learners will sit up. But when the parents do not show any interest or engagement on their children's academics, the children will become lazy. They'll start displaying lazy, I don't care attitude to their education. Now, parents are very important in the academic success of their children. The number one thing that parents have to do to make 2026 a productive academic year for children is to be involved, actively engaged in their children's education by attending PTA meetings. Okay, from attending PTA meetings in school. Oh, there's PTA meetings. Some parents will not even come. It's not as if they're busy. If they're busy, yes, we understand. But if as a parent, you can be able to make out time and go for these PTA meetings. And if you are not able to go due to your schedule, please schedule a meeting with the school owner, schedule a meeting with your class teacher, with your child's class teacher, because this will help you to be up to date with the activity in school. Now, there's something that happens. Some children at home, they act well, they go for, see them, go and read your book, they go and read their book. But do you know that if you want to know who a child really is, it is the behavior of that child in school. So that is why parents need to have this collaborative relationship with their school, with the school that their children attend, or with especially the class teacher or the form teacher of their children. And also, they should also support the children's learning at home by reducing screen time. Some parents leave the children to watch movie. Some children at 1 year, 2 years, they already have this kid tablet where they watch all kind of cartoon unlimited. So parents need to be involved in ensuring that their children also learn. Learning should not only be in school. To make this 2026 a productive academic year for your child, have this mindset that learning should not only be in school. Learning should also do what? Take place in the home. And also, parents should also track the academic progress of their children regularly. After every continuous assessment, you reach out to the teacher, especially the form teacher. We have access to all the form teacher or the class teacher. We have access to all the results. Reach out to the form teacher. How is my child doing? How is my boy doing? How is my girl doing? And give them the free, welcome them, give them this feeling, make them to understand that these teachers are free to come and share their reservation. Because of the way things are going, some teachers are afraid to even talk. If they give a negative report of the child to the school management, they may misinterpret it. So as a parent, get close to your children's teachers. Tell them that they are free to report any behavior to you. Tell them that they are free to speak to you concerning your child. Because based on some school policy, some teachers may not have that free hand to talk to parents. So that is why as a parent, you need to have a close relationship with the teachers who are teaching your children at school. And also, parents should help to instill the discipline and the culture of reading in their children. So there's a school abroad, what they do is that they send weekly updates, weekly activity, they send email on what they are to do every week in the class. And there's a note there that says children should read at least 20 minutes every day. So apart from the time they read in the library in school, it's the duty of parents to instill the discipline and the culture of learning, culture of study in the learners at home. Yes, they spend a lot of time in school, but when they're at home, during holidays, during weekend, parents should ensure that children inculcate this discipline and the culture of learning. And also, very important, parents should also support the health and the well-being of their children. Give your children good meals. Avoid packing their lunch box with calories, food that will junks, that will not give them nutrition. Endeavor to give them a well-packed meal, home-cooked meals that will give them the energy and the vitality they need to go through every school day. And let's also ensure that these children take adequate rest. Because mental health is very important for a successful academic journey. Screen time management, which I've said previously, it is not the teachers that will come to your house and come and tell your child, is enough, oh yeah, 1 hour is okay, stop watching movie. No, it is the work of the parents to ensure that the screen time is managed properly. Excessive screen time is not good, it's not profitable. Yes, students should be allowed some time to watch screen, but excessive and uncontrolled screen time is not profitable. So to make 2026 a successful academic journey for your child, these are the things that I believe that parents can do. Also, partnership with schools, provide feedback partner with school, provide feedback when parents, when the schools are asking, oh, we want feedback about from your child based on your child activities at home. Parents should not hesitate. Don't cover up your child. Some parents have that fault. They always want to present their children as their children are perfect angels. No. If a child has an issue that needs to be corrected, share it with the school the school leaders and with the class or the form teacher. And also, if your child has any educational needs or your child has any health challenge, the school needs to be aware. Imagine bringing a child to school that has asthma or that suffers asthma attack or that has some other health challenges, and the school is not aware. So if the boy or the child go into a panic and this issue now comes up, the school will just be running up and down. The teachers will be screaming, the teachers will run up and down, and the classmates will be screaming, oh, what's happening? But if parents give to schools this knowledge, this information, it will help them to be ready. They'll be ready, and they will put in place proactive measures that can help the teachers, that can help the school community to manage any situation that can arise as a result of the child educational needs or health challenge. So I would like to stop here for now and give my colleagues opportunity to also share their insight. Thank you, Mrs. Kupola. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Blessing. That was so insightful. Like I said earlier on, it has to be a collective, approach. Parents, the school, and the government. It is a shared responsibility. There is no how we can take one out of it. The others will suffer for it. So it has to be a collective responsibility. I don't know if you have anything to add, comrade. Maybe a closing remark, a summary.
Yeah, to me, there's just some little aspect that I would like to charge our parents this year. This is a new year. There are shortfalls that parents have caused to our learners, and these are things that are drawing us back as a school. Like in those years, in early 20s, early 90s, when you spank a learner, parents will even go to the school and even thank teachers, but not anymore, because some parents are even a child that should still be even taken care of. So, and what do you expect? So, we need intentional parents that will put aside emotions and face the reality. If your child is spoiled, your child is not disciplined, your child is wayward, let the school discipline such child in line with the school rules and regulations, or should I say in line with government rules and regulations. Not when a child has commit so many atrocities and schools now try to talk to the child, and next you say, if you I will just take my child away. Do not threaten us. We are not beggars. We are not hungry. We cannot leave our own children aside and face somebody else's children, and yet we get insults. Teachers coming to school to come and beat. Parents coming to school to come and beat teachers is no more acceptable. So parents should understand that this is our calling. This is where our passion lies. Let us do our job. Assist us. It's a shared responsibility. Parents should understand that they should also shoulder this part too. Like you say that where they need to caution the screen time, they should please do that. A lot of learners now have access to illicit adult content, and these are disturbing them. And that's why a school will now say, oh, don't dress like this. Don't female should not wear trousers. Why? Because of, so as not to make our learners be carried away while the teacher is in the classroom. You understand? So parents need to be honest. Put emotion aside. I carry him for 9 months. I press. No, they're not saying that We understand, yes. But let's face the reality. If a child is spoiled, let us treat him as such. Not that you'll be trying to, cover up. When we say, okay, this child need extra support, extra lesson, let's give him that. Not that you will say, yo, you've had, you work on it. You understand? I said that if there's no enough funds to enroll such child in that area, yes, that is aside. Then the much more important thing is there should be an effective parent-teacher collaboration. No matter how busy you are, insofar you understand that this your child is your future, this your child is what is taking a lot of energy that you are investing in him or her. Take, no matter how busy you are, find time. Even if you cannot make it to their PTA, create another time with the school head or the class teacher and fix a child a time to check everything that needs to be checked. We remember that it is parents that are illiterate, they are trainers. So what kind of children are we now raising? So all hands must be on deck. It's only about, oh, it's my child. Another child is not my problem. No, because if you take care of your own child, the child that you refuse to look after will be the one that may come and harm your own child. So let's make this like a community, a societal effort. Whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. So parents should take time, be honest to themselves, take time to visit the schools and put in measures that will make whatever efforts that teachers are putting in place to be very, very effective and they're also valuable. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. We cannot overemphasize the roles and shared responsibility once again. Everyone is important in having a stable educational system for our future leaders of tomorrow. I would like to close with this saying that I jotted down. If Nigeria must compete globally by 2026, in this 2026, sorry, we must stop treating education as a routine system and start treating it as a national emergency and investment. The future of Nigeria is sitting in today's classroom, not on the streets, although we may have some children that are not yet in the classroom. But the children you teach in class, they are the future of tomorrow. So we should take education as an investment. My dad will always say that. Sometimes we ask him, what is your investment so far? After all your years of serving in this as a civil servant, he will tell you, you are my investment. All your siblings, you are my investment. Training you and giving you a good education, that is my investment. So if everybody have that mentality, that training a child, educating a child is an investment and a national emergency, we will have a stable educational system. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Chinaza. Thank you for holding the fort. Thank you, Mr. Quadri, for those educative contributions. And as Mrs. Chinaza said, if Nigeria must be able to compete globally, we must stop treating education as a routine and start treating education as a national emergency and investment. So we'll be having a second the second edition, that's the second part of this conversation in our next edition, where we're going to hold conversation on what the government must get right to ensure that this 2026 is a productive academic year for all students in Nigeria. So for those who have joined us live, we appreciate you. We just want you to drop a comment before we end the live. Just drop a comment, whether encouraging words to encourage us or a contribution of and your opinion, because this is education views and opinion. Your opinion matter and your views count. So please just drop a comment either to encourage us or to share your opinion and view of, on this topic that we had conversation on today? So in 3 minutes, in 3 minutes, we'll end the live, and the replay will always be available on YouTube for those who couldn't drop. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Samuel Shedrack. Thank you so much. We appreciate the encouragement. Thank you. So Mr. Samuel Shedrack F42 says, hello, great conversation. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. So if you're watching the replay of today's conversation, please drop a kind and encouraging word for us in the comment section. Like, subscribe to this channel, and share this channel to your connections, to your friends, to your family, to your colleagues, and to your school leader. Together, we can change the narrative and drive sustainable policy making that ensures the security of the future of Nigeria education. So that'll be all for now. Thank you so much. See you in our next edition on the 24th.
Okay. Bye for now. Bye-bye.
All right. This is Chinaza. Bye. Thank you.